Our topic for today is what are some love stories? This is a super popular answer that someone posted without revealing their identity. Bit long. But should that matter? So the story is, she was beautiful. It was a rainy day when as usual my bike got me into trouble and I had to tow it till the bus stand. I parked it behind a shop whose owner, Ramakaka, was by then a good friend. He had a lovely daughter who could make anyone mad for her with her pretty smile. There were many bikes which was intentionally damaged to a condition only to be parked near that shop, to see her, but my case was a genuine one. My bike was a 1950s bike which hardly consumed any petrol as most of the times it was my friends who towed it. My friends often scolded me for keeping it with me and not selling it. But I didn't want it to sell it, rather I couldn't sell it as there was no buyer for it, and I didn't have the strength to see my bike being sold to a kabadiwala. Coming back to the rainy day, I parked my bike, had a plate of poha from the famous stallwala and a cup of amazing hot tea and started walking back towards the stop. I was waiting for my company bus at the stop when I saw a beautiful girl crossing the road. She was walking towards the north, no. I mean towards the south. Hell no. She was walking and coming towards me. The distance between us slowly reduced and with that my feet slowly became cold. It was the first time such a beautiful girl was walking towards me. To be honest, it was the first time any girl was walking towards me. She had beautiful black sharp eyes with a beautiful smile. Better than the one that Ramakaka's daughter had. Her long shiny hair was clipped in but her fringes were falling over her beautiful face. Oh, it made her look more beautiful. I couldn't stop myself from falling for her every second that passed. And here she was, standing right in front of me. She asked me something. I don't know what, but yes, she did ask me something. I still try to recollect. I don't know how many times she asked me that something, and she moved towards someone else to ask the same something. WTF. I just acted dumb in front of her. I lost my first and maybe the last chance to impress her. I couldn't have a day worse than this. She came, she said something and she went. And I stood, saw her, and kept seeing her till she went. I realized why my friends called me a dumbass. Of course I am. I could have at least checked in which bus she boarded. I could have at least understood which company she worked in. Alas! In pitying myself for what I did, I just missed my bus. That day I had to hire a cab and had to end up emptying my pockets for that ride. It was really a bad day, but yes, in that bad day I found a beautiful girl and someone whom I couldn't forget so easily. She had something in her, something which made me keep thinking about her. I waited for the next day to come. With fingers crossed I waited at the stop to see her again. I didn't have the wish of talking to her, but I definitely wanted to see her again. At least once. Days passed, but I didn't see her again. 3 years later, I received a mail today. It was from my best friend who was working in Bangalore. He would be getting married the day after and it was an official reminder he sent. I am happy, finally one by one my friends have thought of settling down in their lives. I should start thinking about it too. My parents were asking me about it but my ignorance towards their question discouraged them from taking further steps. So, my plans are ready. I will go home, pack my bag and leave tomorrow morning for Bangalore. I had gone for a wedding of my dear friend 2 years ago. I remembered nothing but that the evening was fun, we all friends, drinking and dancing our hearts out in the bachelor party. The next morning when I woke up, I felt as if I had seen her in the party. But I couldn't remember any such incident which could assure me of what I felt. I asked many of my friends about it but they all were in the hangover and they hardly remembered the numbers we danced on. But there was one guy who wasn't drunk. He was a part of most of our gimmicks but he was in his senses and this was whom I had to find one day, to ask about that evening. I had named him the Unknown. I am excited about today. Finally I'll be getting a break from my hectic schedule. I'll be able to see my friends whom I didn't meet for many years, and most importantly I would be able to see him. The Unknown. I will ask him everything without thinking about how my image would appear in front of him. I hope this guy comes for the wedding. Else the mystery will remain a mystery forever. I will go, ask him about the evening, We'll also ask him if I spoke to any girl. If I spoke to her, how dumb I am. How will he know if that girl was her? Never mind. At least I will get to know if I spoke to some girl. That itself is a great achievement for a guy like me. I can hardly stand confidently in front of a girl. Talking to a girl is equivalent to impossible. So now I have reached the airport and my friends are waiting there for me. Oh. They have changed so much. Chandu has put on so much weight but is looking so cute. Looks like a lad do hee hee, and OMG. Gadu looks like a marriage material yar, nice. 2 years changed so much in them, and I still look like a matchstick. It must be drinking and smoking that affected my health so much. They quit it long back and the results of quitting are visible also. I will quit it too, not now but soon. And there comes Srini, the groom, oh ho. Wow! The hall is beautifully decorated for tomorrow's wedding, the climate is perfect, romantic, I'll try finding a bride for myself here. Oh, the unknown comes. Me, hi. We have met before, remember me? Unknown, hey. Yes, of course. Arav Sharma. Who can forget you? You had the guts to go to that beautiful lady and propose her. Not only that, you even exchanged numbers. So did everything work fine after that between you two? Me, yeah, actually I need your help. I don't remember anything that you said. So could you help me by telling what happened that evening? Unknown, what? You don't remember this? Does this mean that you didn't call her back? Me, call? Call whom? Unknown, Shreya. You had impressed her with your frankness and you had told her that you will call her back the next day. Me, could you please tell me what happened that day? Unknown, okay. You told us something like, that girl, Shreya to be precise, was the same one you had seen at some stop and you had not helped her with something she asked you and you wanted to meet her again but you didn't see her again. So as soon as you saw Shreya you went up to her and told her many things. I couldn't hear what you said. But I guess it was very impressing and she gave you a kiss on your cheeks after listening to you. You both exchanged numbers and you looked the happiest that evening. I don't know what happened after that. Me, okay. Thanks E. Unknown, Ajay Khanna. Me, yeah, thanks Ajay. Catch you later. Where the hell did I save her number? I have checked my phone, I checked my bag, nowhere I'm able to find anything. It wasn't anything, it was her number. But I don't understand one thing, why didn't she call me back? Couldn't she have called me? Whatever it is. The truth is I won't be able to see her again. I should move on and find my real love, but she was beautiful.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.